What up, YouTube? It's your boy Dan, the Lakers fan, coming to you guys after a 118-116 loss to the Philadelphia 76ers, guys. And this one was a heart-stopping game because I found myself conflicted. Did I want to cheer for the Lakers or did I want to cheer for the Sixers? It was hard. You know, I'm a diehard Laker fan, but I want us to tank and I want us to lose these crucial games against lower seeds that are also competing for lottery picks. Especially the Sixers. They own our pick if it falls outside of the top three. Therefore, I thought they would have a bigger incentive to lose to us since their season's pretty much over and, you know, their two franchise key players are out, Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons, for the season. So I didn't see a point in them winning. But, you know, as always, NBA players have a lot of pride and they want to win games as well as coaches. They don't want to add another loss to their record. The only ones that are trying to tank are the front office, and they trying to do it low-key. So all in all, guys, I was really happy with the young talent. I feel like we're finally starting to build an identity, right? And I'll tell you what that is in a bit. But Jordan Clarkson is really starting to impress me. If he continues his play, then I'm happy we didn't trade him at the trade deadline, guys, because this kid, his specialty has always been in playmaking. He uses his speed to get in the lanes, pretty much like an elite guard, all right? And he playmakes, when he playmakes for other teammates, like, for example, tonight he had 30 points and 8 assists. We know he can get the points, but the 8 assists was crucial. I mean, he plays backup two guard, but right now they're playing him at the point along with Tyler Ennis off the bench. And he was really running that pick and roll beautifully. I like the way he was executing, getting inside the lane, penetrating, and finishing through contact. You can really see, finally, you're starting to see his improvement. He put in the work in the offseason. He got bigger, he got stronger. You know, he put on more weight, more muscle mass. And you can finally start to see it. It took all the way till All-Star break, but like I said, ever since trading Lou Williams, him and D'Angelo have really, they're really showing us that there is a light at the end of the tunnel with both of them. And I can see Jordan Clarkson being a 20 and 5 guy. I can see him being that for us, and eventually maybe in a starting shooting guard, you know. But I'm really pleased with the way he's attacking. He's attacking with a purpose. I mean, I felt like before he was just getting in there and looking to score with a one-track mind, either shooting three-pointers off of screen and rolls or getting inside and just looking to score. And he was too predictable. That's why he kept getting blocked or missing contested shots. But now he's getting in the lane, making the right choices. He had a nice dish to Tariq Black. You know, he was driving and dishing, kicking, doing all kinds of things. And he was the reason that the Lakers almost won. Thank God we didn't win again, like I said, because Philadelphia's right there and they might lose a couple more games and we might win a couple more. So we play again tomorrow versus Denver. Hopefully we lose that one as well. But again, we'll be happy as long as the young players show improvement. Brandon Ingram looked great to start the game, but tailed off a little towards the end. I hope he stays with that aggressiveness. He has to develop that continuity. You know, he has to develop that aggressiveness. There was a couple possessions where he took his guy off the dribble, or he took his guy and did a turnaround jump shot. You know, he had a smaller guard on him. I love it when he's aggressive. Sometimes I wish he pulled a jumper more often. I mean, sometimes he comes off of a screen and he has a wide open jump shot, but he hesitates. He thinks about it. And when he's aggressive, he looks really great. Even when he messes his shots, he looks amazing. His form looks great. You know, when he's not thinking about the game and just letting it come to him naturally, he's looking great, guys. Ivica Zubacs is a starting center for the Lakers. Don't replace him anymore. You know, unless we traded for one or sign one in free agency, Ivica Zubacs is our future center. He's going to be an all-star, guys. This kid has footwork. He has soft touch. You saw him blocking shots tonight. First quarter, he had 4 blocks. So if he can hold down the paint, that's what we need. And he can spread the floor. I believe he has a 3-ball. I do. I think we haven't seen his whole repertoire yet. But I think he has a 3-ball. And the way he uses his body, the way he was banging down low with Jahlil Okafor, who's also a banger. He's not really known defensively, but, you know, still, he's a wide body. The way he was banging down low, I was like, this kid, man, he's the second coming to Marc Gasol. I know you guys see it too. I mean, Marc Gasol 2.0 right there. Marc Gasol hits a little baby mid-range jump shots too. He has recently expanded to a 3-ball. So if we drafted a Marc Gasol in the second round, what a steal, guys. Ryan West and all the scouts that scouted him, great job. But we have a lot of great young talent. And another thing that happened over the weekend is Rob Pelinka was introduced. And I was listening to those interviews between him and Magic Johnson. And I really like the guy, Rob Pelinka. I don't know much about him other than the fact that he's a smart agent who has made sure Kobe Bryant played 20 years of his career here in Los Angeles. But I know this about Rob Pelinka. I know he has a lot of connections, and he can free agents. Obviously, to be an agent in this league, you have to be a master recruiter. You have to be able to sell. You have to be a great salesman, somebody who can deliver a pitch. I mean, it's night and day. When I heard Rob Pelinka speaking in that press conference, I believe it was Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure. When I heard him speaking, guys, right away, I like the dude. He's a likable guy, and that's a big plus for us coming into free agency. He's going to be recruiting. He's already a beast at recruiting. I mean, obviously, he's an agent, so he was able to recruit guys like James Harden, Eric Gordon, Kobe Bryant when he was in the league. So, obviously, the man can definitely deliver a sales pitch, right? And what he said, I think he meant it. It really seemed like he was serious in this press conference. I mean, the guy's not playing. He said this. They asked him what he thought about the young talent and are they the future? Is he going to build around them? He said he doesn't know yet. He's still evaluating them. So they can't get comfortable, and that's part of the reason why you see these young Lakers playing so hard. Most of the games, night in and night out, they're now giving 100% effort. I mean, I saw Randall diving out there in the court today. I saw Clarkson on the weak side, poking the ball away. You see Nance. Nance is the type of guy that he fits on any team. He's just a winner. You can start him or bring him off the bench. He'll do whatever it takes to win. That's why I love Larry Nance. He's not going to pout or nothing. But the man can play defense. He had like 4 or 5 deflections tonight that led to like fast break points. I mean, the guy is a winner. He gets rebounds. He plays hard. He plays his role. He even hit a 3. He's really good. Larry Nance is the truth, guys. And he could easily start. But we have Randall and we have so much depth at the power forward position that's why he's coming off the bench. But like I said, Pelinka is a really smart guy, and he's really, 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 really dedicated. You could tell that he got to work right away, and he probably already has a plan to unload the contracts of Moskov and Dane. I'm sure he has a plan. He might attach like a second-round pick to one of them, or maybe a late first or something. But he has a plan to create cap space, and I actually expect us to land a decent starter type player from free agency. Either that or maybe even an all-star. I don't know if that's possible because a lot of these guys are going to opt in with their current teams because of the new bargain collecting agreement, right? But I do know this. I know Rob Pelinka is a smart guy. He's well-liked around the league. Players like him. Obviously, he's an agent. So he has connections, and he knows what he's doing, guys. Obviously, he's worked the CBA. This guy should definitely take us back to the top sooner rather than later. I expect a 1 to 2 to 3 year rebuild quickly. And the way the young team is starting to come together, you can finally see an identity for the team. For example, Julius Randle, we didn't know what he was before All-Star break, right? He was inconsistent. But all of a sudden, after All-Star break, there's a sense of urgency. Maybe it's because, Magic Johnson took over or there's a new GM or whatever. But you can see that he's going to be at his peak. He's going to be a double-double guy, whether that's 15 and 11 or whether that's 20 and 10. That's yet to be seen. But I do know he's a double-double guy. So you know what you have with him for sure. And that's a commodity. Either you can move him or build around him. Or build with him, not around him. Build with him, as a key major piece moving forward. Another player, now you're starting to see his identity, a hard worker who can score, play, make. He can either come off the bench or start for you. Jordan Clarkson. He's going to be that 15 point per game scorer at least. And, he can also maybe elevate his game, maybe to a 20 point per game scorer like I mentioned earlier. But that's going to really depend on how aggressive he is. If he continues to be this aggressive, I can easily see him being a 20 point per game scorer next season. I mean, if Lou Williams was averaging 18, he's not as gifted athletically as Jordan Clarkson, but I think Lou Williams is just crafty. But Jordan Clarkson is crafty, athletic, and he has speed on his side and youth. So I can easily see him average 20 points a game if given the opportunity and the minutes. So we know what we have there with Clarkson and Randall. Now, there's more question marks with Brandon Ingram because sometimes he looks really aggressive and he looks great, and then sometimes he just blends in with the rest of the players on the court, right? Sometimes he looks like a lottery draft pick and he attacks the rim with a purpose, and sometimes he just settles for the 3 ball or or he hesitates on his jump shot. So he's more of a question mark, right? Ivica Zubacs is a little bit of a question mark, but you can kind of see he's going to be at least a double-double guy, hard worker, good defender. I can see him becoming a future All-Star in the future, definitely, but he still has to put in the work. He's still very raw. He's only 19. But this is what he needs. He needs to start, right? So he's a little bit of a question mark, but I still think he has a lot of potential. Sky's the limit with Ivica Zubacs. And the same thing with Ingram. Sky's the limit, but they're question mark. D'Angelo, you're starting to kind of see what you're going to get with him. You're gonna get a floor general, a game manager, very similar to a Mike Conley, but I think he'll have more of a takeover ability. I think D'Angelo will be an 18 points, 8 assists guy in his career, and that's really good. That's all-star, you know, and maybe 3-4 rebounds here and there. You know, I think he'll be that. He might be more. I don't know. He hasn't shown me that yet, but he's been playing great since All-Star break. So hopefully he continues. He just had one bad game tonight. Hopefully tomorrow he plays great versus Denver. And like I said, Larry Nance is a hard worker who's going to do whatever it takes to win. So the team is finally starting to get an identity. You're kind of starting to see. We couldn't see this under Jim and Mitch because they gave all the minutes to Deng, to Mozgov, to veterans who never really, I mean, other than Deng, they haven't really proven themselves. You know, Nick Young was getting the bulk of the minutes, Lou Williams. So these new guys came in, clean house, and they're giving the minutes where they belong. That way you can actually evaluate the young talent and see what you have. That's why I'm happy with the Lakers. We're finally moving in a positive direction. This team has finally been handed over to the young players, and you can see that with the rotations. By the way, that kid, David Nwaba, shout out to him. Great defender. I love the kid. Hustle guy, plays hard. I hope he makes the roster next year. Anyways, guys, tell me what you guys think. I know I talked long on this video, but there's a lot to cover. I mean, from Rob Pelinka to, you know, how great these young players are starting to come together, and to our draft pick. I hope I covered it all. I hope you guys enjoy March Madness. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. My favorite to win it all is the Kansas Jayhawks. But you guys tell me who you guys think is going to win the tournament, and definitely catch you guys on the next one after tomorrow. Peace out.